Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're playing in the Incursion League as a hardcore solo southbound Arc trapper. We find ourselves on the crossroads heading towards Maligaro. And of course another trial. And on the minimap I just spotted that Alpha is a little bit to the south. So let's make a small detour and say hello to Alpha. Also, say hello to our new buddy. This is the stone golem with a clockwork MTX. I'm really happy that they made an MTX for the golems based on the clockwork design, because I really like it, and it's one MTX that works for all the golems. So that's just very efficient as well. Okay, we just have a new one, but I see a yellow down there. Let's take out the yellow first before we dive into a bit of a temple review. So what exactly are you doing? Okay, so the guardhouse here is already connected to the apex. Let's just upgrade it. I'm not quite sure if we've already maxed out the guardhouse, but it seems like a fun one to max. And then I think strategically the tunnels would be the best connection, because there's two rooms here already that also have connections, and then we have more ways of connecting things together. So top commander, and then we go to the right bottom side. Okay, hello there. Here, I have some bathrooms. And gone you are. Next. Oh, that's a lot of them. I have some traps. Yellow. Come on. I want the stone. Give me my stone. Thank you so much for providing me with a stone. La 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 la. One stone is all you need. Now let's backtrack a little bit and take out the other things. You're a lone survivor. Pack of blues. Still managed to get a full clear out of this. Helpful. And we now have a level 2 guardhouse connected to the tunnels. That's a very happy start to this. Okay, so just lower level stuff, so let's ignore it. And let's push forward a little bit. So in the Chamber of Sins, of course, we let's not pick that. 20%, sure. In Chamber of Sins we will have another trial to complete. We have another Alpha to say hello to. And of course we have Maligaro's Sanctum. It would be mechanically correct, but flavorfully very interesting to see Alpha in Maligaro's Dream Sanctum thing. Because of course we're the ones doing a lot of work to actually get a map to go in there. So it'd be a little awkward. On the other hand, you know, you could always just make up the story that, well, she's just following you around. So if you're going in there, then, well, so can she. There's an abyss up there. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. But first, we gotta actually find our way in there. Yeah, trial's not until the 2nd level, of course. Hello. One waypoint, one silk. And there is our abyss. Just sprinkle the arcs around. It's gonna be one glorious lightning fight. Yeah, arc definitely helps for just clearing out the random mobs. Let's put a decoy totem down here. Just keep following the abyss. there's a lot of physical damage exploding there. But we did manage to get ourselves an Abyssal Trove here. And 2 jewels. That's the important part. Chain support. I'll just pick it up, but not quite sure if we're ever gonna do something with it. So what did we get on the jewels? The fire damage added to attacks, and this one has life. I always like life. Dual resist, that's always very nice. And just static energy regen, energy shield regen. That's also pretty darn cool. This, we only have a little bit of energy shields. So this is about 3% regenerated per second. I really like this jewel. It's just so much upsides, no downsides. Nothing that doesn't make sense in this build. I like it. Okay, I haven't seen Alpha, so we'll just ignore her for now. Maybe we might encounter her later. I already picked up the Maligaro's map for the temple run. I didn't have it on me. I actually put it in the map device in my hideout, so you can put items in your devices in the hideout as a temporary stash. It's very helpful for just things like these. And then of course remember where you put it, because otherwise it could get very, very confusing. Let's see, level 52 area. I myself am level 58, so still out leveling the content by a fair margin. Which just gives some added safety. Also, well, makes it easy to just skip some content every now and then and not get too far behind. Still, even after all this time, I still have the impulse to just try and capture the rare scorpions. Oh, Bestiary League, what have you done to me? So the layout of this area is mostly like islands connected by small bridges. A bit like the marsh map, or the marshes map, I think it was officially. Like these. So actually mapping out all the edges, very important, because otherwise you might end up just missing something. Oh, hello there, Ghosty. Yeah, you're not gonna be ghosting around anymore. And look at that, a wild alpha appears. How the heck did you get in here? I'm calling shenanigans. So, shenanigans or not, we are gonna revisit the past. She offers up the pits, and we have a choice: poisonous plants or just full of currencies. Well, that's a tough choice, isn't it? Let's go for the currency, and if need be, at the top is a thing to connect. Oh, that's very helpful. Already got myself a stone here. It's a very, very enthusiastic welcoming committee here. We got a stone, so we might as well just head over to this side. Obviously, tanking all the things. Oh, okay. I think it's mostly on the edges that he impacts, not necessarily as much on the lines. Okay, opened up the door, killed the architect. Now let's mop up, get some more XP and some more loot. Because of course it's all about the loot. 95% or so complete. That was pretty decent. And now we shall have ourselves a vault connected to everything here. So the skill point. We were working on the trap wheel down here, Master Sapper. And I'd like to increase the trap area of effect a little. Trap trigger area of effect. Yeah, that's actually more useful. Grave Bonds might be interesting. Small bonus to lightning damage, but nothing with spells. So it is a waste. Waste of a good one. So starting from the next level, we will be generating a small amount of frenzy charges, further increasing our damage output, as well as some speed increases. I think at the rate at which we're throwing traps, exploding traps, the 15 or so % chance to gain a frenzy charge whenever you trigger a trap will be full on traps for most of the fights after the first batch or so of traps explode. Because we do no throw 4 traps at a time, so if you do some very simple math, no 4 traps, 15%, that's about a 60% chance to get a charge. But of course that doesn't account for the fact that you could generate multiple charges, things like that. But no, roughly on large numbers, works out pretty well. And there we are, Maligaro. So he's poisonous based, it is my lowest resist. Ooh, a large spider. Hello there, Black Death. You be distracted. I'll even put up a decoy totem for you to be distracted by. La la la. Next. Oh, hello, Fidelitas. Your faithful servant. Gone you are. One decoy totem, one bunch of traps. Yeah, please do hit it. Strike it. It will be your undoing. There we go. Well, that is one less Maligaro in this world. Sin is happy. And we can leave this place. Then Silk gets his poison, we get ourselves a key. And we have made a very nice exchange. Well, time to empty pockets and have a chat with the folks in town. Helena, you have some boots for me. You know what? Please hold on to them for just a second. Still have some items in there to sort through. This one was very helpful. Let's put it in here. Like that. Yeah, you had boots. Maligaro reward. Currently I'm using evasion boots, but that was mostly for the stats, not necessarily. Going for a little bit of energy shield does help with the gem coloring, as well as with a little bit of energy shield, of course. Yeah, that's a whole lot of nothing. There's no movement speed on there. Very, very simple when it comes to that. No movement speed on boots means I'm not gonna wear them. Then we can go back to the Chamber of Sins. Waypoint is on this side of the center, so this is the way out. We might run into Alpha on the way, and otherwise we'll have another level soon. And there's the staircase. Yes, yes. So, primary goal here, get the Trial of Ascension. After that we find the exit. I found that this version of the level tends to be rotated compared to the original level 2 one. So you can't rely on the rule of thumb that the exit is going to be in the all the way in the top. It could be anywhere. Oh, hello there. Plague Wretch. And look at that, lore, and also an alpha, that is good. But lore means trial. Wait, maybe I should pull at least one lever. Oh wait, there's a way through. And now we can go past it. Another lever for the way back, and then we are at the exits. A soul conduit. And then we have ourselves a portal. And that is the final trial. So now we are ready for the cruel labyrinth run. So that's going to be next episode. Alpha, ooh, nicely tucked away in the corner here, passageway. What can we choose from? Monster damage in the temple, contains chests full of weapons, and speed of monsters throughout the temple. Not entirely sure, have we fully completed this one yet? Tikaba. Let's have a look. Wasn't there some achievement for the architects? Tikaba. We killed. The architect of expansion. Oh wait, haven't they been newly added for the new rooms? We'll see. So which one's going to be the most profitable? Chest full of weapons. Let's go with that one. And then connecting to the antechamber seems like the best short-term choice. That way we hook up these, and then any of them can be connected to get them back in with the rest. So go for the top and then go for the bottom left. We can do it. Okay, this is a little bit more maze-like than some of the other rooms. Hello there, Architect of the Nexus. Wait, is this a Heroes of the Storm crossover? That would be awkward. Run, run, run. And yeah, stone. Okay, good. It is the bottom one, right? Okay, maybe I'm taking too many risks here. Ooh, I got it. So I was closer to the one in the top left, but I could get the kill frenzy chained long enough that it worked out in the end. And we now have the antechamber connected. Seems good. So got ourselves a 6-socketed Crimson Raiment, which is the right base, but of course I'll see if I can get something nice rolled on this. So both of the goals here have been done. That means we can now go and look for the exits. And of course a wild Torah appears. Let's see, what do you want from me? Hunt down the infected beast. So as long as you're sending me forward and not backwards, I'm perfectly fine with that. She's one of the masters in my hideout, so missing out on the mission, not that big a deal. And all we needed was to kill a single pack. And that works out rather well. And now she's level 4. I'm happy with that. Means better belt enchantments, or maybe some actually useful belt enchantments. Stone Golem, please do level up. Oh wait, actually Decoy Totem can also level up. While doing the dailies, I found this amulet. 20 to all attributes, and some mana and some resists, and I could even craft some life on top of it. The previous amulet only had a little bit of extra stats, but this one is just better in all regards. And it gave me some extra strength, so I can finally start leveling some of the strength gems again. My attributes right now are in pretty decent shape. I'm pretty happy with this. Should be able to equip most of the hybrid stat gems and it's only for the single stat gems that usually require 150 or maybe even 200 points in an attribute. And that's usually not until much later in the game. Oh, Ghosty, where are you going? You are not going anywhere. Okay, then up the den, which has a waypoint, which, funny enough, is deactivated back in Act 2. It is active right and now. So there's gonna be 2 uniques here. Apparently a necromancer took up residence and revived the great white beast. Most of the time you encounter them. Sometimes you miss out on them. The great white bones, and there we have the bone sculptor. They are buddies. Even was on the kill list, that's even better. And then we can go forward. Ashen fields are outside, and then Ralakesh will be waiting. Goal for the episode is to at least take out Ralakesh, because that's another free skill point which is helpful before going out and doing the labyrinth. Though usually, no, you also want to check your level, but I'm already level 59, so that is not an issue, because the lab is 55. Right, you are really sturdy there, little one. So I'm pretty happy that the evasion rating is holding up pretty well. Right now my listed evasion is 62, was 63 before we leveled, because it always tries to pair you off against enemies of your own level. So that would be 59 now rather than the 53 that the enemies actually are. So in reality I'm evading even more of the attacks than are listed. But there's a decent amount of future proofing here. Doesn't mean I should not be upgrading my gear whenever I have the opportunity, but there's no pressing need. Oh, hello. And then we have ourselves a Ralakesh. Let's see how this goes. It's a decent amount of physical damage. There's a decent amount of bleed damage going on here. The enemies tend to spawn in from the front end here. But I wonder if we can just tank through everything simply by just throwing more traps. There we go. No contest. Really. No contest. That's positive. Though apparently people have been warning me. Some of the future fights are gonna be pretty dangerous, and especially the Valenta fight apparently is a pretty tricky one. Is there a new minor one that is helpful? No, not really. I'm just gonna stick with the Solid 2 Gamma. It's a little bit of a simple, boring choice, but it's effective. And then we can go back and have a chat with Ermir, get ourselves another passive point, and then get the Master Sapper over here. Increased trap damage, increased trap trigger area of effect, so that stacks with what we already have. Can have up to 2 additional traps placed, so that just means we can blanket things even more. And a 15% chance to gain a frenzy charge when a trap is triggered by an enemy. So we're now up to 859 listed average damage. For the fun of it, let's do a little bit of running around. I'm not gonna go after Grufcool. Nope, not yet. But at least let's check out the the frenzy charge gain. Okay, thrown enough traps. Did expect the traps to have triggered at least a frenzy charge right now. Ah, we have one. Could also be that this is one of the interactions where enemy triggering multiple traps only counts as once or something. Or maybe I've just been unlucky. Okay, I don't have any increased duration, so you instantly notice that the frenzy charges, they do dissipate rather quickly. Monster's poison on hit, sure, why not? It's gonna be the last thing for the episode, and then we'll call it. And then next episode we can get ourselves more devotion points. No, not devotion points. More ascension points. Yes, that's the thing. Let's see what's in the box. More items. That's always good. I like more items. Ooh, augmentation. And there is the boss room already. Kutuk, Vaal Fleshmith. Well, you're not doing a lot anymore. And we get the 2 sacrifice fragments and a Vaal Reeve. Okay, so every once in a while we get some frenzy charges, slightly boosting the damage. Not something to be relied on, but helpful nonetheless. So with that, I'm going to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.